There's been lots of pressure on President Muhammadu Buhari to assent to the amended electoral bill. What do you say about the non-signing of this electoral bill by Mr. President, the amended electoral bill by Mr. President?
Well, both the legislative and the executive have a duty to the country to rule us by the books. The president must have his reasons why he's not assenting to the bill.
What do you think could be the reason? Because you've been, as a former head of state.
Well, circumstances are different. He is the one who is wearing the shoes now. He knows where it pinches him. He knows the regulation. 20 years is a long way. I left the government, so a lot of things have changed.
I'm just wondering that could the reasons the president is not signing or is yet to sign the electoral bill could outweigh the consequence that he's not signing the electoral bill could question the credibility or the outcome of the 2019 general elections?
Well, Mr. Gbanga, first of all, we have to look into our constitution, electoral rules, and so on, and also the international community which we belong. Although whatever rules applies to the international community, the rules in Nigeria apply first. Here I'm talking about, there is an international law somewhere. 6 months before election, you cannot change the rules of the game unless by the consensus of all the political parties. So I don't know where the problem is. Are these electoral laws necessary to allow the conduct of this election? If not signed, how will it affect the forthcoming election? These are issues both for our legislature and for the executives to have a look and come to a consensus.
Now, what are the chances of having a level playing field without the signing of the electoral bill into law?
Certainly, I must admit I don't know the full contents of what this electoral law is about. But what makes free and fair election? The level playing field, allow candidates to contest, to avoid any influence from the authorities to induce or to intimidate the voters. I think these are the issues.
As the chairman of the National Peace Committee, what's the terms of reference of this peace accord you're mooting?
Now, all we are trying to do in the peace accord is, one, to ensure the politicians abide and play the game by the rules.
Okay, let's move to security issue now. This particular administration have had to contend with unabated violence when it comes to farmers' hedgement crisis. How do you see this this menace going on?
Well, it is very, very unfortunate we are caught in this way. The issue of herdsmen-farmer clashes, we really need to study this issue and find out really what is the problem.
Permit me, is it an entirely new phenomenon? Did you get a taste of this while you were the former head of state? And if so, how did you handle it?
Right from inception, when in Nigeria, there is always been a farmer-herdsman clashes, but never, ever in this magnitude. Of course, in search of food, the herders encroach into the farmland.
So permit me to come in here. What's responsible for this new dimension the farmers-herdsmen conflict is taking?
This is why I say we need to study this. Are these really herders, or they are just terrorists? When you consider a herdsman who is busy trying to find food for his cattle, does he have the time to go and buy arms the way we see these so-called herdsmen with sophisticated weapons? A herdsman, a real Fulani man, hardly wants to depart with his animal. So are they selling these animals to go and buy the weapons they are using? That is why I said we need really to look into the issue to find out who are these herders.
Okay. Away from that now, you are a man of history. You've stamped your footprint at very crucial points in Nigeria's national history. And for the benefit of doubt now, if people have a lot of assumptions about General Abdulsalami Abubakar, some would say that you would rather err on the part of being on the quiet side. Who is General Abdulsalami Abubakar?
Well, let me thank you for what you are saying, but what we all did was with the support of Nigerians. They helped us in our transition program, they have believed in us, and me and my colleagues, we have delivered. Well, to answer to your question, I'm just Abdulsalami Abubakar, born and bred in Minna, served the country to the best of my ability, and left.
General Abdulsalami Abubakar, Nigeria's former military head of state, thank you so much for making our time to be part of this episode of Question Time. We wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. You are most welcome. I wish you many happier returns.
Thank you very much
Merry
indeed.
Christmas
And we hope by the time you're marking your 80th birthday, we shall be here to interview you again. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And that will be all in this episode of Question Time from Channels TV's Global Headquarters, Lagos. Send us a comment on our social media platforms showing right on your screen. You can join us next week on a fresh episode of the show. Many thanks for watching. I'm Benga Ashuru. Bye for now.